Hello and welcome to the finale of this series of videos where I rate which community Pokemon to Elite TM or not, meaning the higher the rating, the more worth it is to Elite TM. So, as a refresher, here's my rating. 1 through 3 is don't use it. Obviously, if you're going to use it, go for the 3s over a 1. 4 through 7 has play in certain matchup. It's a niche mon. It's spicy, so definitely has some use potentially in certain matchups, sorry, that was a little redundant. But and then 8 to 10, if you've seen the other videos, definitely worth it. It's honestly just like 10 I prioritize the most, 8 I prioritize the least out of the ones that are totally worth it. Unless, of course, you can wait for an event, especially if you know there's one on the horizon. So let's get right to it. So, to start 2022 off, we had an amazing community day that shifted the meta in Go Battle League. I mean, you cannot not see a Walrein now in terms of meta Pokemon. Field to Walrein, when you evolved from Celio, got both Powder Snow, which needs an Elite Fast TM, and Icicle Spear, which needs an Elite Charge TM. It's a Body Slam clone, but for Ice types, basically, or really just Walrein right now. 10 out of 10, you need this. If I wasn't so biased to Swampert, I'd probably actually rate this as one of the top 2, if not Bmon, to use a TM on. Honestly, not even joking. It's worth TMing it, especially if you have a rank 1 IV that you already evolved before the community day or afterwards. If something happened, use it. It's worth it. I promise you. I promise it's worth it. Just do it. Obviously, if it's Shadow or non-Shadow, that's up to you. Next, we got Hoppip to Jumpluff, where we got Acrobatics, where you need an Elite Charge TM. It's in the middle of Spice/Meta 7.5. It's definitely more for limited cups, admittedly. Acrobats hits harder than Aerial Ace, but some people still run Aerial Ace for a quicker move, for a little more bait potential. Jumpluff, thankfully, has very good bulk, though. Provided, it can even survive an Ice Beam from an Azu. Granted, of course, Ice Beam isn't stab, but still, Ice attacks typically hurt, so it's really up to preference, but definitely it's one I would recommend. It's definitely one I can definitely say you wouldn't be wasting depending on the situation. Then for March, we had both the Sandslashes, both Kanto and Alolan. So I'm going to go by the region that they're from. So the OG Kanto Sandslash. It's not matter relevant. For the move, it got Night Slash, need Elite Charge TM. And it's a 6 because it's definitely spicy. Night Slash definitely helps it, as Night Slash is a good bait move with potential boost, that double attack boost. That's big. For the Alolan, it definitely isn't limited cuts. And it's not a full known Open Great League. I would just put it kind of in between the low meta to low spice area, maybe medium spice at most. Shadow Claw is the move it got, which you need an Elite Fast TM for. And it's a 7 as similar to pardon the typo there, wow, to Shiftry. You guys know what I mean. Lol, I'm not going to bother changing it. Haha. Both moves, in terms of the quick moves between Powder Snow and Shadow Claw, are basically the same in terms of coverage, as the stab allows it to more or less get to about the same damage, et cetera, as Shadow Claw without stab. So it's really up to preference. So having one of each isn't a bad idea, especially if you're going to say be in a meta where there's a bunch of Frostlasses, because Lord knows Frostlass, I would have been scared of Alolan Sandslashes with Frostlass, but Bulldoze was its best hitting move then before the community day, so I didn't have to worry about it too much. And then in April, we got Stuffle and Tubaware. It was its debut period. Excuse me. It's a 400 candy Pokemon, so excuse me. It does have some meta relevance in both Great League and Ultra League. Its move was Drain Punch. It's basically Power Up Punch / Pup, but it's a defense boost versus attack boost. It's a 5 because it can have some niche play. I'm still biased that anything is better than Ancient Power from Swinub. But arguably that drags out the matches. So if you're looking for quick matches, then don't use it. You don't need to stress out about this one. And then into our final mon, because I'm not going to go over Dino, we had just the Alolan versus having both Kanto and Alolan Geodude. So Alolan Geodude goes into Alolan Golem all the way, and you get the move Rollout, where you need an Elite Fast TM. So, similar to Shiftry, this time I got it right, don't know why, with the spelling, provides different coverage, and in this case, this is a shorter animation than Volt Switch. Have one, but don't stress out about it. And personally, I've been running Alolan Graveler way more pretty much always. I've maybe run Alolan Golem once, maybe 2 sets. like, obviously, if it's rollout, it's still great against Talonflame. So it changes a few matchups, but it doesn't, shift the meta by any leaps and bounds. So that is the final mon we have before the upcoming Dino Community Day, which any Community Day I just recommend going out because you can get resources, whether it's a Stardust boost or not. Thank you all so much for watching. I have had a great time enjoying this. I hope this series of videos helps you figure out which mons to Elite TM, whether it's a fast move, charge move, or both. I will be putting up a video, maybe two, depending on how many mons there are, of those with legacy moves, that weren't Community Day specifically, or like maybe had a Go Battle Day thing going on here. So until then, don't forget to hit the like and subscribe button. I will see you next time.